The Galactic Council had always dismissed humanity as primitive, timid, unworthy of the stars. For 300 years, Earth remained isolated beyond the Veil Nebula, a footnote in the archives of advanced civilizations. Until Sergeant James Kowalski walked into the Accord chamber with a data crystal. The Zarathi ambassador was first to speak, his crystalline form refracting the chamber lights. The human delegation arrives late. How fitting. Murmurs of agreement rippled through the assembly. Humans were known for their inefficiency, their emotional irrationality, their primitive understanding of warfare. Kowalski was silent as he activated the crystal. Holographic footage bloomed across the chamber, 40 years of human military doctrine, combat footage, and strategic analyses. He was an old man now, weathered by decades of service, but his eyes were cold as he watched the Council's reaction shift from amusement to horror. The first recording showed the siege of Kepler 442. A human colony had been attacked by the Valerian Collective, a species that had conquered 17 worlds through overwhelming force. The Valorians expected surrender. What they got instead was scorched earth tactics that would make any war crime tribunal weep. Your people allowed 30,000 civilians to detonate their own settlement, the Zarathi gasped, rather than surrender. Exactly, Kowalski said, his voice steady. We deny the enemy victory, even at the cost of our own. The Valorians never expanded past Kepler. The next recording was worse. The Massacre Protocol, a human strategy where surrendering soldiers were armed with explosives and allowed to approach enemy installations under flags of truce. Thousands died, but they took entire Valerian fleets with them. This violates every known code of interstellar conduct, the Zalinthian delegate hissed. We know, Kowalski replied. We don't care. The council chambers erupted. These were tactics whispered about in the darkest histories of forgotten wars. Humans didn't retreat, they annihilated. Humans didn't negotiate, they ensured mutual destruction. Humans didn't calculate acceptable losses, they calculated acceptable objectives and paid whatever price was required. Kowalski continued, methodical and pitiless. He showed them the Berlin Protocol, mining their own planets to prevent invasion. The Mumbai Doctrine, biological agents that could devastate enemy populations while leaving infrastructure intact for conquest. The New Chicago Initiative, a strategy so ruthless that even humans kept it classified from their own government. But the footage that broke the council was personal. A single human soldier, surrounded by an entire regiment of enemy combatants. The soldier was wounded, dying. Rather than be captured, he detonated a nuclear device strapped to his own chest, taking the entire enemy unit with him. Your soldiers willingly martyr themselves, the Tritanic observer asked, horrified. Every time, Kowalski said. We don't value our individual lives. We value victory. We value protecting our home. We value the mission. He paused, letting the weight of that statement settle. The Galactic Council branded us timid because we didn't advance into space earlier. You assumed our isolation meant cowardice. You were wrong. We stayed hidden not from fear, but because we were still learning how to wage war properly. When we finally came to the stars, every species that opposed us learned the same lesson: humans don't fight to win. We fight to ensure you lose. The Zarathi's crystalline form trembled. What are you asking of us? Nothing, Kowalski said, deactivating the crystal. I'm informing you. Earth is joining the Council, not as a member we'll negotiate with, but as a fact you'll accept. The age of human isolation is over. The age of everyone else's certainty is done. He turned to leave, then paused at the chamber's threshold. Oh, and one more thing. That data crystal contains our complete military archives. The technologies you're about to discover will keep you up at night. We've had 300 years to think about war. We've gotten very, very good at it. As Kowalski walked through the doors, the Galactic Council fell into stunned silence. The human didn't need to conquer the stars. All he had to do was show them what humans were capable of. That was sufficient. That was terrifying. That was enough. Kindly like and subscribe channel. Thank you.